All right, everybody. We're about to come to you live. We're going to do week 15, and we're going to go ahead and start off with the Thursday game. We got Los Angeles Rams at the Seahawks in Seattle. It's a Thursday game.
Well, this is going to be interesting because
The Rams normally have their number, but Jeff Fisher got fired
yesterday.
yesterday.
Today's Tuesday, and they literally
They're
signed
coming
him.
off a short week already.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? Like, I know he's been like, I'm not going to get into whether they should have fired him or not, but I know they shouldn't have fired him this early.
Yeah. Well, and another thing
Against
is
a divisional opponent.
another
like that?
thing is last week Sunday they signed him to a 2-year extension, and it's like what
Yeah, that's stupid.
7 days you change your mind, it didn't work out, and you're gonna fire him. So.
That's dumb. I don't know if they can beat him now. I might just go ahead and pick the Seahawks, even though the Rams always have their number.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna pick the Seahawks this time.
I wouldn't put it past them to still be able to beat them, but I think it's gonna be really hard with their coach getting fired on Monday. So then you got to turn around and play 4 days later.
It's a boneheaded decision by the Rams organization.
At Seattle with no experienced head coach.
That just completely shows you that they're restarting. I mean, they got a new quarterback, they got still a young running back, and they're getting prepared for a new coach next year, and they got a new city. They're completely just trying to erase all what they used to be.
Erase history. So, all right. So moving on, we got the.
We actually have a Saturday game, believe it or not, or that's what it's saying on the NFL mobile app. It's showing up as a Saturday game at 8:25 with the Dolphins taking on the Jets in New York. I don't know. This is hard because the Dolphins were on a roll, but they lost, and then
Ryan Tannehill's not playing.
Ryan Tannehill got hurt. I might actually pick the Jets because they're at home, and
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Jets.
the Dolphins are. They won 6 out of their last 8. I think they lost 1 or 2 in a row. I forgot.
But
I feel like it's going to be a dramatic drop.
Yes, this is going to be an awkward situation for the Dolphins being on Saturday away at home, cold New York,
Yeah, I'm definitely picking the Jets.
and then no Ryan Tannehill. So
Yeah, I'm definitely picking them.
all right, up next we got Philadelphia at Baltimore. Moving in, these are the Sunday games now. There's no more Saturday games. I think Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore lost against the Patriots. Actually, I'm not going to say they look good. I was about to say that, but they look good in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they looked really good in the fourth quarter. They didn't look good the first.
They looked terrible all game, but I think it's just because they were in
Foxborough.
They were in Foxborough, and the Patriots got a hot start, and they know how to take down all your weapons. And the Eagles have been hit and miss, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick the Ravens. Their defense
Run
is
stop,
always good.
pretty good. Defense, overall pretty good, not too bad. Moving on, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Bills again. I really want to see the Browns win a game. I said they would like the last couple videos. I still think they will, but I don't think I can't pick a 0-13 team or whatever they are. I can't do it.
It's hard to. And
0-12, I think they are.
yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with Buffalo.
The Bills they've actually looked good some weeks too. It's not just like the Browns are terrible. Like
Yeah, they're not really that bad, but
they're not. The Browns actually they usually look good. They start off good.
they
in the
tried a
second
lot.
half.
They actually if they would have just played more common sense last week than what the stuff they were doing. I mean, they were like middle of the second quarter on a kickoff lateral, and what are y'all come on guys, what are you doing?
I don't know. I kind of like it because it's almost like instead of just laying down, we're at least gonna let our fans know we're trying to win. I kind of like
guess. Up next, we got Green Bay at Chicago. Green Bay looked really good Sunday. They come out super strong against Seattle.
it. Yeah, I'm definitely picking them.
They come out so quick.
I'm
it was
picking the Packers, no doubt.
Yeah, you can't go against Green Bay after a performance like that, I don't think. Chicago's still struggling with the no Jay Cutler situation. Just, not
So you're
very.
picking the Packers?
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going against Green Bay, especially after that. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Houston Texans next. This could be an interesting game because you got a really good defense against an offense that is questionable some days, but it's not too bad.
I'm gonna pick the Texans.
Yeah, I like the defense.
It's kind of good because you got two struggling teams that can kind of get it back on track.
I like the Texans defense. They're looking really, really good even without a J.J. Watt.
Lamar Miller's been picking up the way they thought he would whenever they picked him up in free agency. I think he's actually kind of filling the role they intended.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. And Jadeveon Clowney's filling a pretty good, a decent role. It's
Yeah.
maybe not number one
He's
overall pick.
stepped up
worthy,
a little bit here lately.
Yeah. This next game is going to be an interesting game. You got the Tennessee Titans at the Kansas City Chiefs.
You got two of the hardest teams in the league right now, and we called it last week. I know people probably thought we were joking, but we picked the Titans over the Broncos. I want to say they could do it again, but the Chiefs have been too hot, and they've been beating teams like
They beat the Raiders.
they beat the Raiders, like, and they shut them out. Well, they didn't shut them out, but they
shut
tore
them
them out.
down. Yeah, they shut them down.
And they beat the Broncos, I think, this year.
I think I'm going to go with Tennessee just because of that run game. I like that run game with DeMarco Murray and what Marcus Mariota brings to the table. I think's interesting.
I really don't want to pick against the Titans because I really like them. I like seeing them do good, and I think they are really underrated. But I don't know. The Chiefs just seem like they beat everybody here lately, so I'm just gonna go and pick them. Their defense scores as much as their offense does.
They're really good.
They have Hill. They have Eric Berry
well.
on the other side of the ball, and then they got Alex Smith. He doesn't do a whole lot, but he doesn't need to do.
He doesn't need to do a whole lot, exactly.
Their run game is great too.
Up next, so you're picking the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking.
All right,
the Chiefs.
I'm gonna take the Titans on this one. So we're splitting there. Up next, we got the Colts at the Vikings.
And it's in Minnesota, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pick them right now because when it gets in Minnesota, especially the Colts having to leave that comfy dome of theirs and go all the way to
Minnesota has a dome now. They have an indoor stadium.
Oh wait, yeah, they do. I'm still not used to that.
I've done that the past couple weeks, and
I'm still not used to that. Yeah,
they have an indoor stadium now.
I don't know. I'm still gonna pick them because that's a pretty underrated home field advantage. Nobody gives the Vikings
really, that big old horn they blow every time something happens.
It's intimidating.
I'm not picking against Minnesota. I like them. I like them this week against Indianapolis.
They're not like I mean they dropped off after they started really hot, but they've seemed to like not completely just give up on the season. Like they seem like their defense is still intact and
this division's still up for grabs. I mean,
and all they have to do is just get a decent run game and have Sam Bradford do what he can do. He's not like Alex Smith game manager, but he can throw 250 yards.
Yeah, he can throw 25 times compared to 12. So.
Yeah. He checks it down almost as much, but not nearly as much.
Yeah.
Alex Smith doesn't throw past 10 yards, and he doesn't do it, and doesn't even do that more than 12 times, it seems like.
It seems like.
I wouldn't do it either if my defense was scoring more touchdowns than I was.
Why not?
Why not? Special teams looks great.
When they beat Carolina, they had not one offensive touchdown.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Unbelievable.
They're just, I don't know, the Chiefs, I can't pick against them, which we already got into that.
Yeah.
So you're picking the Vikings?
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings. What we got
All right,
next?
let's see. Next we have the Detroit Lions at the New York Giants, who just beat the Cowboys for the second time. I didn't call it, but I thought, okay, I picked the Cowboys, but I thought I could really see this just turning out bad, like, for the Cowboys.
I think in this game, again, I think
this is like the hardest game.
I think the biggest factor with the Cowboys game was the temperature, being in New York, and then once again here, they're not leaving, they're staying in New York.
But that was everybody was saying, that's their advantage because it was bad weather and who has a better run game? Well, the Cowboys do, and they still lost. You got to just completely give it to the Giants.
Yeah, you got to. I mean,
you can't do any of that. Like, what was the weather? Because it was rainy. I think it was rainy, wasn't it?
It was snowy a little bit.
Yeah, it was snowy and rainy, and it was probably high winds.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still going to be those passes that were dropped that could have turned in third down conversions and. But I still think
give it to the Giants though. I mean, they beat them twice. You can't.
Yeah, they come to Dallas first week of the year and beat them, and then they've done it at home.
They're kind of like the Rams. They have the Cowboys' number for sure.
Yeah,
they don't have as good as a record.
Yeah, but this year they got their number definitely.
I'm gonna pick the Lions anyway, though. I feel like the Giants they surprise you, and then you want to say they're an elite team, and then they let you down, and then the Lions have actually been really good too this year.
Matt Stafford, I think he's an MVP.
I think yeah, I would probably give him the MVP vote if I was.
Feels up to us.
If I had a ballot vote.
Yeah. So you're taking the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, I think I like what the Lions have been doing.
All right. Up next we got the Steelers.
Who do you have?
I have the Giants. I think they're gonna pull out another one this week. Up next we got the Steelers at the Bengals. And
good AFC North showdown.
I read yesterday that AJ Green practiced today.
I heard he's on track to return. They didn't say for this game though. They just said to return.
See, that's going to be the biggest.
I don't think he'll come back this week.
I don't think he will. Not this quick. Not if he's like today's his first day of practice. I don't think.
The passing game's still been good though, and Jeremy Hill's shown that he can really
carry the team.
He can carry a backfield by himself without having Giovanni Bernard split carries with him.
But I still think I'm going to take Pittsburgh in this one.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I think Pittsburgh's going to come in there and beat him though. I would like to
think,
see the Bengals win though, because it would kind of make the division a little bit more interesting. But
to me, it's really hard to go against what Le'Veon Bell just did against whoever they played Sunday. I don't even remember.
they played the Bills. Can you believe they ran all over a Rex Ryan defense like that? I can't.
It's unbelievable. I guess 200 and he had 300 yards from scrimmage, including passing yards.
He had three touchdowns.
3 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. So,
Yeah.
wow.
I don't know. I could see the Bengals surprising them, but I think
Just because it's divisional, I think that might could play a factor. Like your anxiety's up, and
I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and put them down because the Steelers are the same way as the Giants. They like to. I don't know. They like to impress us, and then we want to say they're like the contender for the AFC, and then they just lose just to a team they should not lose to.
so you're going Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Okay. All right. So we split on a couple. I like this. Up next, we got the Saints at the Cardinals. This is a hard one. This is really hard for
These
me.
are the two teams that come out and they completely run the score up on somebody, and then they get beat bad themselves.
They either
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
yeah. I think.
I don't think. I think Drew Brees can come back because he didn't really have the best week this past week.
Yeah, and the Arizona Cardinals are so just here and there.
They're up and down like no other.
It's unbelievable. So up next, we got the 49ers at the Falcons.
You're picking the Saints too?
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints.
Let's see. I'm definitely picking the Falcons. The 49ers look like the worst team in the league, even worse than the Browns.
I think the Browns could beat the 49ers.
I really do think they would.
I don't
Because the Browns have bright spots. The 49ers, they have Carlos Hyde. He usually puts up 100 yards, but they have no pass game, and their defense isn't nearly as good as it should be.
Nah, it's really not. I'm taking
And the Falcons look good, too.
The Falcons look unbelievable. They're so good this
We're
year.
Panthers fans, and we're saying that, so I mean...
Yeah, you can't hold anything against us.
Yeah, we don't want to hear that.
Up next, we got the Patriots, the Broncos. AFC Championship rematch from last year.
And it's in Denver. I know people think... there's no way I can see the Patriots losing twice there. I don't see it. In a row? No way.
I just don't see the Trevor Simeon beating the Patriots.
I mean, last time it was Brock Osweiler, but, I don't know. There's either way, they're beating them with a game manager, and I know it happened already, but I don't see it happening 2 times in a row.
No way. I just don't think
The
there's
Patriots are way better this year than they were last year.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that people would say they're not because of injuries, but they look pretty good.
Yeah, I think New England's the favorite to go to the AFC Super Bowl side this year.
I mean, if you watched last night's game when he played the Ravens, you would definitely want to say, okay, I think he can play the Broncos.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because the Broncos, they have a really good pass defense, but they haven't really played a lot of elite QBs this year.
Nah, no, this one is definitely what I like to call elite.
Yeah.
He's elite.
He might be the best ever, so yeah, I think so.
So New England definitely on this one. Up next, we got the Raiders at the Chargers. Man, I know it sounds crazy. I think the Chargers could beat the Raiders.
I think they will actually. I was thinking the same thing. The Raiders I think they might have gotten exposed a little bit when they played the Chiefs. I don't think the Chargers can do the same to them, but I think now that they've kind of been brought down, maybe they're beatable. And I think in San Diego with Phillip Rivers, I think he could do it because he did have a really good week against the Panthers. I think he could bounce back.
I think he can definitely bounce back this week.
I'm gonna actually go with the Chargers. Believe it or not.
That's who I already got them written down. I think they're gonna divisional win just to hurt the. They can't make the playoffs, but they're like, if we can't make the playoffs, we're not letting our division get a win.
I think that's exactly what they're gonna do.
So, I'm taking San Diego. You're taking San Diego.
This is a pretty good one too.
Sunday night game is going to be really good. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Dallas Cowboys in Jerry World.
I don't know. Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers have looked pretty solid though.
This is a really
except for this past week though. I don't think he had a good week. I think
this is a really hard game. This is hard.
I'm gonna pick the Cowboys. Like if it's kind of a hard decision, I'm gonna pick the team that's at home with a better record.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Although I think the Buccaneers are gonna surprise some people. I don't think they'll be able to do it.
It's not gonna be a typical Dallas. Dallas is gonna have to. I think they're gonna have to fight for this win. I don't think they're gonna. I think they might actually have to play from behind at some points. I could see them playing from behind real quick because the Tampa Bay is good at coming out and Mike Evans down the field.
They have nobody that can cover Mike Evans on that defense. There's not a single person.
Not a single person. No way.
That kind of makes me want to pick them, but I can't do that with one player matchup.
Yeah, I think Dallas will edge out a victory.
I don't know with Doug Martin too though. They're gonna have a good run game too if he's ever because if he's healthy, he's a good running back. It's just he's never healthy.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good. He's been getting a good hunk of yards and about a touchdown every week he's been back. So I still think Dallas can edge this one out.
I'm on the fence. I can't really say, but if I have to pick, I'm picking the Cowboys. If that makes sense.
They're 11-2.
Yeah, I gotta pick the team that's at home with a better record. If it's like almost a tie.
And then Monday night, we got a really good matchup of the week. I think
This is the game we want to see the most.
Not just because we're Panthers fans, because this is Josh Norman, the most controversial move maybe of the whole off season out of the whole league. Playing his old team, the Carolina Panthers in Washington.
I just wish they were in Carolina. It would be so much better.
Yeah, if this game were in Carolina, this would be.
It's just like when they played the Ravens when Steve Smith was there, and they made it in Baltimore. Like they have to get better with that because they put the schedule on here already just so we could see this.
Yeah.
Go all the way with it.
Yeah.
Put it in the team that he's in the stadium. I want him walking out of the opposing locker room. That's what I want.
Yeah, I want him to get dressed in the opposing locker room.
I want him walking out the tunnel opposite of the one he used to be. But anyway, it'll still be good.
It'll still be a good game.
It's gonna. I don't even know how to.
Tempers will be flying.
The way he is, he's gonna start some stuff.
Yeah.
He's gonna be jamming people, like even people he got along with, like Kelvin. And I don't think
Kelvin and Philly Brown. He's gonna be jamming Ted Ginn for no just.
I don't think he'll do it to Ted Ginn. I can't.
Well, he can't really. If he gets on Ted Ginn,
he'll get burned by Ted Ginn.
If he gets on Ted Ginn, he has to jam Ted. There's no way around it. You have to.
Norman's I think one of the. I don't know. He gets a lot of flack for not being as good as a corner as people thought he would be, but I think he's really good. But the only thing that beats him is speed.
That's it.
He'll shut down Kelvin Benjamin. He'll shut down Funches. He's not shutting down Ted Ginn if he goes on a go route. And he's on man cover.
So who are you taking this week?
I don't know. I can just I can already see Norman just having his little post game celebration, just because it's been like that the whole year so far. Him getting his way, like they have a better record than us. Or than the Panthers, and he just looks like a genius for saying he wanted more money and saying that we need him more than I can just see it already. I think that I gotta give it to the Redskins.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want Carolina to win, but I see the Washington Redskins pulling this one out.
I mean, they have been good too. Like it's not just Josh Norman. I mean, they have a good run game. Anybody they put in the backfield looks good.
Yeah, Rob Kelly just come in there and just.
Yeah, seriously.
Who was he before he got on the Redskins? Nobody knows.
And then Kirk Cousins is hit and miss, but usually he's because he's like third in yards this year, second in yards. He's had a pretty good season too, so you can't. Jordan Reed and Vernon Davis. I mean, I just don't think the Carolina defense can keep them all in check the whole game, which they won't.
Man, I'll tell you. I hope Deshaun Jackson doesn't get involved because we really don't have anybody that can really keep up.
Although last time they played the Redskins last year, Cam threw 5 touchdowns on them.
Yeah,
I know we're a completely different team, but that's the last thing that happened when they played the Redskins.
I still think Washington can edge this one out.
And the Redskins, if they get the chance to run the score up, they're going to.
Yeah, they're going to.
If you go back and watch that sound effects of Cam, he was having a good old time throwing 5 touchdowns on them and laughing in their face about it.
Laughing in their face every time they jump off sides.
Literally laughing in their face. Like, that dude...
that dude come by and said something to him, and he got up in his face and was like, "You're not a threat."
Yeah.
I mean...
And he did it in Washington, too, so it just made it worse.
No, they were here.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, okay. Well, now it's going to be
game.
worse because they're in Washington.
Yeah, so let's just hope that... I don't know. I just think the Redskins are going to win, even though we looked good last week. We finally looked sound for 3.5 quarters. It was half.
I don't know, but on the other side, the Panthers, they tend to really kick it into gear at the end of the year. The last 5 game stretch, they tend to do that. That's the one thing making me think the Panthers can pull it off. And just because they're gonna no more of this restricted. We don't want Cam to run. Josh Norman, we have to beat his team. He will mock us for the rest of the offseason. He will think he's so funny.
Yeah, we have to win this one.
Especially after they let Steve Smith go and we had the whole... They got completely embarrassed by Steve Smith. As far as guys leaving in free agency and playing us, I think, okay, we have to make sure we win.
Yeah, but if we're going for right picks, I think we're both taking it.
Oh, no, yeah. I definitely think the Redskins will probably do it, but...
All right.
If I'm Ron Rivera, I'm going to do everything I can to not let that happen.
That's week 15. We recorded 2 videos today. If you happen to like any WWE stuff, we unboxed a title belt replica from the WWE shop, so check it out. They'll both be up. Follow us on the Twitter, on the Facebook. They're down there in the description. Check them out. Thanks for watching this video, and be sure to watch next week. We'll see you next time.